Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Magnus, and today we're going to upgrade our lab environment, the management station, to R81 to R81.10. And the reason for this is that R81.10 is now the widely recommended version from Checkpoint. So there are a few things that you should check before you do an upgrade. And normally I go to the version that you want to go to. And in the bottom of this, there is an upgrade and download wizard. So this is what I normally go to. So then you fill in that, yeah, this is an upgrade. And we want to go with the security management station, and it's running on open server. Actually, we're running in VMware. And I will just select that we have one because we are running VMware workstation, so it's not the same. But we are going from Gaia R81 and want to upgrade to Gaia R81.10. And then it says that, yeah, you can pick this one, R81.10 Gaia fresh install and upgrade. Okay, let's go to this one. And you can see here you have the file that you need to do. So first of all, this says that it's possible to do an installation and upgrade. So what I then normally do is that I go back to the information and I look for like backward capability map. So I open this one. So this one is saying if you're running an R81 on your management station, you're able to run an R77.30 gateway. Even that R77.30 gateway are not supported, they ended support in September 2019, you're still able to manage them from an R81.10 management station. So this is important to check, and this is something that you should be aware of. So for example, if you were running an R8040 management station today, you are able to run R77 gateways. But if you want to upgrade to R81, you need to make sure to upgrade your R77 gateways to at least R77.30 gateways. Hopefully you don't have anything on R77 left, but it's important to check, and here's where you find it. So next thing that I normally do is I go back again and check like the admin guides view, and here you have the installation and upgrade guide. And the reason for this is that you want to check if there is any caveats or if it's an easy upgrade. And then we see here upgrade of security management server and log server, and we're going from R8020 and higher. And my plan is to use CPUs. There is possible to do migration and advanced upgrades and so on, but I normally do CPUs. It normally works for me. So here you can see like important notes, but you also see like the process that you need to take. And first one is always to back up your current configuration. Normally I actually upgrade this one first, meaning I install the latest CPUs before I do all the backups and so on, because I want to have the latest CPUs anyway. And easiest way to do that is just to log into the management portal in Gaia portal. So here we have the CP management. And we log in. Normally this is updated automatically, but if you don't have internet access, this is something that you need to do manually. So here, status and actions, and here we have the latest and greatest deployment agent, or it's the deployment agent that is installed on the management station. Okay, how do we find out if this is the latest and greatest? Well, we check on Checkpoint's website. And that you can see in the SK92449. So let's scroll down and we see here that the latest and greatest is 2154. Which one did we have? 2154. So this is not the latest and greatest. So we need to upgrade this one. And to do that, first of all, we need to download the version. So download. I don't know if I need to log in. Let's see. So download, we put it in the download folder, go back to the VMware workstation, and then we take this one, install DA. and we need to browse it. And I'm sharing my download folder from my host. So here we have it. Open, install. So now we're installing the latest and greatest deployment agent build on this management station. And I normally do this before I back up, because I don't want to redo this if I need to revert and then upgrade it again. So we see here that the installation was successfully. And we also see that this one has changed 2154. And now it's checking for new packages that if they are available or not. Because before it didn't show anything. Hopefully it will show something now when the deployment agent has been updated. All right, so now we can actually see like the hotfixes and also blink images, etc. that is possible to install on this machine. But what we will do now is, first of all, I normally press all here, and we need to decide like, okay, what are we going to upgrade to? Which image are we going to use? And how do we find this out? So what is a blink image, for example? Well, a blink image is the major version together with an hotfix. So you see here, this is a security management server. We can do recommended. So here we see R81.10 security management server plus jumbo hotfix take 30. Okay, so this is something that we can download, but we can also do that one. So what is the difference between these? Well, it's not sure that you're able to use blink images for upgrading. And sometimes you need to do the major version and you need to finish that upgrade, and then you need to add the jumbo hotfix later on. Meaning you need to finish the installation on R81.10, reboot, do your verifications, and then apply the jumbo hotfix and redo the same thing. So this can be a quicker way, but it's not sure that it's possible to use. So how to see if we can actually use this blink image? Normally, I struggle a lot to find this, but you can do like this. So if you mark the selected one, then you can click on the reference guide that they are actually pointing to, and just open in a new tab. And you can see here under the jumbo hotfix for the specific one that you want to go to. So see here, you see a blink image for security management, clean installation and upgrade. So this means that clean installation and upgrade is working. But if you see for the multi-domain management server, it's only clean installation. So for the multi-domain management server, it will not work to use the clean install. It will not work to use the blink image because that will be clean install. But for a normal security management server, it should work because it says /upgrade here. So let's do like this. We take the security management server and we take download. Because this will take a while, it's 6 gigs or 5.7 gigs. And in the meantime, we check if we have any sessions open, we check if anyone is using the management console, and we do the preparation that actually needs to be done. And this is saved. After I have downloaded this and run the verification, then it's when I do the backups. Even the checkpoint says that you should do the backups before. But I think that you should do the preparations that don't affect any production and then do your backup. So let's go into the Smart Console and see under logs and monitor, no, under manage and settings. And here it's important to view sessions. So currently it's only me that is active here, but there could be like logs and changes, and then your verification or your installation will not work. So then you need to do like discard changes or take over it and install the policy or whatever. but there should not be any locks and there should not be any like changes. So more or less you need to kick out everyone from the smart console. You need to announce to the people that is working the same platform that you do that you will do an upgrade. So hopefully you have a scheduled maintenance window, at least internally, because this will not affect like the gateways or the traffic or anything like that. So you can do this during the daytime, but you cannot work in the smart console at the same time as you're doing the upgrade. So I think this is a bit funny, and I didn't think about it before. So here you have a step-by-step instruction. Here it says like back up your configuration, and down here it says like install the CPUs. But if you scroll down here and see procedure, the first thing that you should do is like get the required upgrade tool to the server. So we're actually following the right procedure anyway. I don't know if backup is standing here somewhere. No. But, well, we're doing a mixture then. At least we're doing this one first. So let's check how we are doing. We have downloaded 85% already. It doesn't take so long time. I'm downloading quite quickly. And I will do like this, just so we get a verification error. So I will go in here and we will change something in the policy so it locks. So I will just add HTTP or yeah, HTTP. So now there is a locked. So this one is locked by me. So if we're checking like the management settings, we see that we have one lock and one change. Let's see if this is catched by the verification. So this one has been downloaded successfully. It took 5 minutes. And what I will do now is I will press on verifier. So hopefully this verifier will see that we have one lock here. It do this in MDS, but I don't have any production like normal smart center servers. So, but I would think it's the same. Okay, so I was not expecting this one at least. So we need to delete some snapshots and so on to be able to update this. Apparently we need 100 gigs. I don't even know how much disk we have on this box. So we go to the CPU management and expert. And we check the disk space. And we have 89 gigs available. What did it say? Available 34. What is this referring to then? 34. Maybe it's using this one. Let's see if we can clean some up. So delete some snapshots from your system. So here we have a large snapshot. Apparently it's 100 gig. But where is this putting itself then? Size 100 gig, 50 gig. Are there some hidden partitions? And to answer your question there, yes, there are some hidden partitions. So you go to LVM Manager to see this. So you see here in df-h, this is listing all the disks, but you don't see any upgrade partitions or logs or whatever. But if you go into LVM Manager, you can see view the current storage overview. And here you have upgrade reserved, you have swap files, you have unallocated space and so on. So here is your, for example, your snapshot volume. And we are using all of it. So to get the space needed for this upgrade, and you see here unallocated space, that's the 34 gigabyte. So here we have the 100 gig. Here we have the 34 gigabyte that they were referring to within this verification. Let's see if I can get it up here. So here we have the available 34 gigabyte. This is the available 34 gigabyte. And we need to clean this 100 gigabyte of the machine, because this is for our current snapshot. So let's do like this. Snapshot management, and we do delete. So now we don't have any snapshots. And let's do the verification. So this one, and do verify upgrade. I think and I hope that it will still fail. And the reason why I hope and still think it will fail is because of this one. Let's see. All right, let's see here. So it actually didn't fail. Okay, maybe that's because I'm using the same admin user, etc. I don't know. But apparently you need to be more careful than I thought. This has failed for me before, but okay, it doesn't really matter. You need to make sure that there are no locks or changes here. So we will do discard, and we will get away all of this stuff. So there is no one that is currently logged in. So now we don't have any locks. If you're running like MDS and so on, you need to reinstall the global policy, or reattach, I think it's called. Attach, yeah. I will show that in a different video with the MDS. And there is not more that you need to do here before we start to do the backup and so on. So I will just close this one down. And we have this one. And we go back to our procedure. So now it's time to take a backup and snapshots and so on. And okay, so if we did have a snapshot now, we didn't have enough space to do the upgrade. So when it comes to management stations, I prefer to have it in VMware, because it's very simple to add additional disk space. So you add disk space with this LVM tool. So if I do like this again and just check it, I see now that I have available space for upgrades. So here we have upgrade reserved 110 gigs. So these are already reserved from my disks, so I can upgrade. If I do resize here, I can actually add a volume, and I can add space, and I can make sure that I have more disk space. But this is if I'm running in a hypervisor. Of course, you can do this if you have physical hardware, but then you need to add additional disk. So I do 3 here, and I will just do the df-h. So you see, not all disk space is visible from start here anyway. So this is like the checkpoint tax. If you install a management station or a gateway or any checkpoint product, it will more or less steal 50% of your disk space and have in this special case stuff for upgrades and so on. So it should not be a problem in an appliance box either. As we are running this in lab, and as we are running this in VMware, I will do a normal snapshot in VMware. So officially you should do all kind of backup that you can take, meaning that you should do a snapshot, you should do a system backup, you should turn off the box and run a VMware snapshot. Honestly, more or less I always do a VMware snapshot in full production when it's running. Yeah, I know it's maybe not the best, but that's how I do it. If it's supported, if it's recommended, maybe not. So I will do like this, take snapshot, and I will call it before upgrade R81.10. Take snapshot. Let's see if it dies. and we see here that the snapshot is running. So the real recommendation would be to take a real snapshot here, take it offline, have something in preparation, do a system backup if you want to have that as well. When it comes to MDS, do an MDS export so you can more or less reinstall it from scratch and have all your stuff. Keep in mind, the management station is really important to have a good working backup from. But when it comes to lab, I don't really care. I can reinstall it from scratch if I need to. But when it comes to backups, it's important to have backups on your management stations. Way more important to have it on the management station than on the gateways. So I'll let it finish in VMware. And just because maybe some people is using this as reference, I will do an snapshot in here as well, and I will export it and download it to my machine. So everyone is happy. All right, my VMware snapshot is done. So I will do a snapshot in Checkpoint as well. New before R81.10. Yeah. Right, so my snapshot has been made, and I can do an export if I want to download this one. I don't know why it needs to be exported and then downloaded, but that's how it is. And just to check here, remember it was fully used before. So if we go into expert mode again on my management station, I can zoom in a bit. df -h. So we are using something here because this one is saying more or less that it's like 50 gig. Okay, so I think it's that one. And if we do the LVM manager as we did see before, let's see here, LVM manager, copy paste. Have we used anything from our snapshots? So last time it did state that we have used 100 gig from our partition. And you see here, upgrade reserved. We haven't used anything. And our before snapshot is using this one. So it's actually taking space from the unallocated space. So this snapshot, it should not interfere with our upgrade stuff. And the reason why it was interfering with our upgrade stuff before, it was that the snapshot existing on the box was an automated snapshot made from the upgrade script. So just to show this, I will download, I will run the verification script again. Yes, we see that we still have 100 gigs available or more. So now we have an image that is exportable, and I will do download. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, well, I guess it's according to the correct procedure, and this is in VMware. And if I fuck up the stuff in VMware, it's hard to revert snapshots. And if the snapshot is not working, yeah, understand. When it comes to backups and upgrades and so on, make sure to have multiple options to be able to go back to your existing environment. So take some extra time when it comes to like preparing, doing backups, doing some sort of planning. And this is the reason why I do multiple backups. But in most cases in real production, I normally only take a snapshot in VMware. It has worked, but I guess I will need to eat that up if it's not working next time, and I need to, yeah, it will not be fun if I need to revert and the backup is not working. That would be a nightmare. And while this is downloading, I will run the verification again, just because I want to see if I'm able to have the snapshot and so on the box or not. So verify upgrade. So my tar file has now been downloaded, so it's easy for me to, well, reinstall it if I need to. And the verification is still running. Hopefully this will say everything is okay, and then we will just press the upgrade button here. I have done the mistake to press clean install. Then you need to use your backup. So the verification says that upgrade and clean install is both okay. So okay. And did we shut down the smart console? Yes, we did. And we have this one selected, and you see now I have both clean install and upgrade. We will select upgrade, and yes. And the upgrade process will start. It will say a lot of information here, or some information at least. This has become better and better for each upgrade. Checkpoint is adding more and more information. You get up a new website. You can download, I think you can download like a PDF. Let's see. So here you see more information, which step it's going through, like upgrading, installation, and so on. And while it's doing this one, remember in our platform we have a dedicated log server. So prepare the log server to being upgraded as well, because you cannot have different version on your management station and on your log server. They need to be the same. So log into the Gaia portal, check the snapshots, do the backups. So snapshot management, we do delete. We take the CPUs. We see that this one is already updated. We see here that the image is possible to download. So let's download it. And then we will take a snapshot, both in VMware and in the gateway itself, or the Gaia portal itself. It's not the gateway, it's a log server. And just a comment, you should not do both the management station and the log server at exactly the same time, because if you have the log server up and running, it will get all the logs, everything will be hunky-dory. You will not lose anything. Actually, you would not lose anything anyway, because if the log server is not up, because sometimes you don't have a dedicated log server, it's all in the management station, all the logs will be saved on the gateways anyway. And then the logs files will be sent to the management station or the log server when it's available, if you have configured it on the gateway. But hopefully you have. All of this is of course stated in the upgrade guide, meaning here upgrade the security managed server, install the smart console, and then upgrade dedicated log server and dedicated smart event servers. And then install the database policies, etc., etc. So it's all in the guide, and follow the guide and you should be fine. So here you have the upgrade report. I don't remember which version this was added in, but I think it's quite nice to have an upgrade report where you can see more and more information, and this is something that you can save and show to management or whatever, so it looks a bit more fancy. And this takes a while before it comes up, and when it's up you can click here to get the upgrade report. And I forgot to mention, if you have any specific files that you have been changing in like the GUI edit or something strange, or maybe not so strange, but like user def file and so on, well, it's not always that these are kept in upgrades, and this is something that you need to verify after you have done your upgrade. So user def, for example, it can be for site-to-site tunnels like VPNs. GUI edit, that can be some tweaks that you have been doing for whatever reason. And if you have been doing changes there, check like the changes that has been made in the new version, so you see if your changes are affected or not. But this is something to consider, and this is why I try to avoid using like GUIDB edit to do special configuration, because this is something that is easy to miss in upgrades. And one more thing, if you have like a specific hotfix that is from Checkpoint, like a private hotfix, you need to check with Checkpoint before you do upgrades to see that they are compatible. So this is why I always try to avoid to use like private hotfixes, but there could be a reason why you have a private hotfix to fix some issue that you have. But all of these special cases, this is what makes upgrades difficult. If you don't have these special cases, upgrades are really easy nowadays. It's more or less next. Just follow the guide and press next. That's it. And as I said, in the meantime, you're doing verifications, you're doing snapshots and so on. So here you see here verification error on the log server. Okay. Why is it a verification error? This is a log server. Okay. Was log server supported here? I don't know. It doesn't say. It says security manager. It doesn't say log server. Having said that, this more or less should be run after you have upgraded your management station. But just to make sure that, well, maybe there are some issues, I will download this one as well. Just to see if there is any difference between the blink image and the normal image. Alright, so I have downloaded the normal version and just see if we can do the verification on this one and see if this one also gives failure because it's a log server. By the way, our management server is now rebooting, so hopefully the verification is done before the management station has been started up. Okay, so the normal package is working. Upgrade and clean install is okay. So is this due to the blink image? As we did see here. Blink image for security management server is okay. Didn't specify log server. Or is it because the R81 management server is up and running? So to check this, let's do the verification on this one again. And this is the reason why you have a lab. So you can try things out before you actually do it in production. So the best way to learn is to do this by yourself. Install a VMware workstation, install something that you can run a lab on, and just try. It's okay to break stuff in lab. You learn a lot by labbing yourself and not only watching these videos. Actually try it yourself. So we are able to log into the management station. Let's see if it's actually done. So upgrade is still running. And we see here now a new logo. I don't think there was the same logo here. We can check that later. And we go down to status and actions. And we wait here and then we get upgrade in process. And we see that it's importing stuff. We see that it has done a lot of things and it still continue with the upgrade process. And let's see if this one is now failing or not. Yeah, it's still failing. So I think that blink image is not supported for the log server. So for the log server, we need to do it a bit more. We need to do more steps. Or checking more. But I think we need to do this specific one. So the upgrades are still running. And just for fun, we can log into the CLI. And we can see if something has happened or if we can see something. So we can just see some processes. And apparently it's multi-core because it's using more than 100% here. So that's good. If you have more CPUs in your box, the upgrade goes faster. If all processes are multi-core and so on, no idea. But this is something that Checkpoint is working on. They making the upgrades faster and faster and the processes better and better. But even this small little lab box has been going for 20 minutes. If you're doing like an MDS with 50 CMAs, it takes a few hours. So this status report is actually showing less than what it's doing here in the background. Because here in the background you can see like, we can do like this, continue in the background. We can see like importing database and we see a percentage of it. I don't know how many people actually sitting here and watching all of this stuff and see like what is included, how it's fixing it. But I normally like this report because you're able to download it and send to some manager and say like, yeah, this is what we have done during the night or the day. All right, so the upgrade is done according to this one and we can download the report. So we have a HTML report here that it's upgraded and pretty, so to say. And we do a close here. So it's upgraded and let's see, is the management server up and running? Well, the box is working quite hard. So normally it needs to settle down before we can log in. So let's give it a few minutes. And we can also see here that a lot of hotfixes was installed in parallel to the main version, so to say. So let's do like this. Let's try to log in. And we need to have the right smart console. So we need to have R81.10. Do we have that here? We don't have it, so we need to download the latest smart console. Installations, smart console. In the meantime, this will settle down and go more down. Okay, it has been downloaded, so let's install it. Red, install. Okay, so our smart console has been installed and our management server is working a lot less, and we can also see the firewall management process. Let's see it somewhere here. So I think that we should be okay to log in. What is the IP? I think it's like that. Yeah. And we can see everything, that it's nice and pretty here, R81.10. We see some new stuff regarding the smart console. We can check already if we get in logs. And we get in logs. So that's nice. We see that they are from now. This is the time. And we see that it's green here. We actually see the smart log server here, but we are going to upgrade that one as well, because this should be an R81.10. So if we follow the process, we see here, upgrade the dedicated log server. Here. If the security management server manage dedicated log server or smart event, you must upgrade this dedicated server to the same version as the security management server. So it's not optional, so to say, if you're running a dedicated log server like we are. They should have the same, or must have even. So let's do that. And as we did say before, the blink image did not work because the verification was did fail. So yes. And I have already taken a backup and everything like that. So let's just do the Gaia fresh install and upgrade. And then we will add the hotfix on top of this. And just because I did say like backups is I do it in VMware all the time. Well, I had some issues with my log server, so I actually ended up upgrading to R81.10. And then I had an issue with my backup and upgrade partition being full, but I didn't have any snapshots here, so I ended up adding an extra disk in VMware. Yeah, so there was some more troubleshooting than I'm expecting to put in this video. I don't know if you want to see this type of videos where I actually face a lot of problem and need to redo my labs and so on. But I added an additional 200 gigs and I just followed my... I have a video regarding this. But there is an SK called 94671, how to add additional space, and I just follow this to the point. And at step like, I don't know, 15 maybe, 14. Here, the space has been added for additional backups. And it's this space that is used for the upgrades. So after I have done the additional disk and upgrade, I'm starting my major version upgrade again. So I didn't revert anything. I just kept on troubleshooting and well, hopefully this works. If you want to see videos where I actually troubleshoot and so on and end up with really long videos, let me know. Maybe I should do some troubleshooting videos. I don't know. And just as reference, I was upgrading from R81 take 10, so it's really early. Sometimes it's better to upgrade to later hotfixes to, well, so everything works. But I mean, the management server did work, and I got a bit. I didn't want to wait after 40 minutes where it just said like initializing or importing or whatever. Not on this box where it's a super small lab. If it's real production, I would waited a lot longer, but here I just aborted a little bit early. All right, so it seems to be working. Instead of this part taking like 50 minutes, now it took 10 minutes. So that's positive. Let's see how it continues. All right, so the upgrade is finished here. And let's close this one down. And if we go back to the management station and we log into the smart console, we see the little yellow mark here. According to the upgrade guide, this is due to, I mean, this version did change automatically. So normally when you do upgrades like this, sometimes you need to change like this. New version has been detected. And then you just press OK. So what you then need to do is first of all publish it. And then you need to install database. And this you do installation on the CP log and the CP management. So now the installation of the database has been completed on both the log and the management server. And this is of course part of the procedure. So here you have like upgrade the dedicated log server, update the object version. So this is the object version. And then install the management database, install the event policy. We don't have any event. We don't have any event server, and we don't have any log exporter. And now test the functionality. So when it comes to functionality and test this, what I normally want to try is, first of all, do we get any logs? And yes, we get logs here. And when it comes to like this one, we can also do cluster members, and we can test the SIG. So we do edit here, and yes, press communication, test SIG status, and we see that it's communicating. So I mean, everything should be working now. And if we want to make sure that everything is working correctly, of course we can install the policy. No changes has been made, and the installation should work without any problem. So we see that the policy installation has gone successfully, all successful. So that's perfect. So more or less, this is it. It's not much complicated than that. It took a few hours, and the reason why, I don't know, but I needed to troubleshoot a lot on the log server, and well, now it's working correctly. Oh, we have one thing more that we need to do. We're actually not done. Remember, we just took the fresh installation. We didn't add the hotfix, so we need to add the hotfix as well. So let's go back here. And cannot connect to the checkpoint cloud. Okay, why not? We do checkpoint. We check for upgrades first of all. See if this has something to do with the upgrade itself. I mean, the boxes work correctly, but it's not recommended to run them on different HFAs. So we will take the HFA 30. And it's already downloading, and what we will do after that is just to press install. So here, just install update. So when it comes to like hotfixes, they are not upgrades, they are hotfixes, so they are installed instead of upgrade. So let's do OK, and let this run for a while, and it will be rebooted automatically. All right, the take has been installed. Everything looks good. It says up to date here as well. You're able to see the logs. So we have logs from now, so that's really good. And this is even from the CPU log machine regarding CPU performance and so on. But everything looks good. So I think that's it for this video. It was really long, but I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.